Geek Pop, I'm Molly Wood.
And I'm Tom Merritt. This is the show where we give you the hot news, movie releases, premieres in the world of geek entertainment.
Let's get started with movies. Out this week is Nim's Island, an adventure fantasy film based on the book by Wendy Orr and starring Jodie Foster, Abigail Breslin, and Gerard Butler. It's another child's imagination becomes real, or does it, storyline, but it looks like it might be kind of cool.
And it ought to sound cool, too, because the score is being done by Patrick Doyle. You might remember him from scoring Harry Potter, Goblet of Fire, or Henry V.
Of course.
A new movie trailer appeared online March 19th for Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Undead. Yes, it's a sequel of sorts to the Tom Stoppard play, but with vampires. Poor Julian Marsh directs an off-Broadway adaptation of Hamlet that turns out to be written by a vampire.
Starring vampires, and the vampires are sexy.
Can't beat that. And the Holy Grail is involved, too. What more could you want? IMDb says it's in post-production, but has no release date.
Yeah, that to me suggests an internet campaign to build some buzz.
Yeah, vampires are probably holding it back, too. Moving on to television. Did we make it clear that Battlestar Galactica is back this week, last week?
I really hope that we didn't gloss that over last week.
In case you're the sort of demented Philistine that intends to jump right into the show without watching seasons 1, 2, and 3, Sci-Fi has put together a pretty funny little recap on their show's webpage, kind of like that Lost in 8:15 recap that was going around before Lost returned.
But Rosalind wants Good Boomer to lead them to the tomb of Athena.
In other TV news, Hollywood Reporter says the actor who plays Lieutenant Agathon, a.k.a. Hot Helo on Battlestar, will join Eliza Dushku in Dollhouse, a new show from Buffy and Firefly creator Joss Whedon. Dollhouse tells the story of several young male and female dolls who have basically been imprinted with different personalities for various secret agency type assignments. Helo, whose real name is Tamo Penniket, will play an FBI agent and kind of a twisted romantic foil for Eliza Dushku's character named Echo.
Fox greenlighted the show in November 2007 for 7 episodes, but then the writer's strike got in the way. Supposedly, though, Joss's outlines are so complete that they might speed up production. Fingers crossed. Let's do a little DVD news now.
In DVD release April 1st, the Tim Burton flick Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. NPR kind of geeked out on this movie a few weeks back with a pretty interesting story about color correction in the movies. Basically, every movie these days is photoshopped using what's called all-digital post-production color correction. So these guys at a company called Company 3 worked on Sweeney Todd and lots of other movies. They actually color-treated every single scene in the movie 300.
This is madness! How tedious.
You could kind of tell.
Yeah, apparently Tim Burton was originally opposed to digital color correction, but then went kind of crazy for it. Not surprisingly, he was really into having everyone look extremely pale. Shocking. And then he wanted the blood in the movie to look super scary red.
He's a little messed up. You'd think he would have embraced that right out of the gate. Yeah. Finally, a little news from the world of books.
If you, like me, are a fan of his Dark Materials trilogy by Philip Pullman, head on over and pre-order your copy of Once Upon a Time in the North. It's coming out April 8th and is a prequel to the trilogy that tells the story of how Lee Scoresby got to know Yorick Burnison, plus sounds like kind of a shoot-'em-up Western. On an alternate Earth, of course.
Also, we just got word that Neil Stephenson, author of Snow Crash, Cryptonomicon, The Baroque Cycle, and of course, In the Beginning Was the Command Line, has a new book coming out in September called Anathem, about some monk types who will be called upon to save the rest of the idiot world from their infighting, boom and bust economy and idiotic selves, or something like that. It should be awesome, though, as most Stevenson books are.
Big fan. Can't wait. That'll do it for Geek Pop. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next week.
Bye.